Howdy, people. It's your boy, Alternative Voice, yet again. I just thought I would like to add my 2 cents in on the Robb Elementary School shooting that occurred in Uvalde in 2022. The It's been about 20 months since that incident occurred, and since then, a lot of investigations have been going on. And as things went on, it got progressively worse than any of us could have even imagined. Well, a lot of us could have even imagined, because I can imagine quite a bit. I'm kind of like Han Solo, you know? I don't know, I can imagine quite a bit. But it turned out to go well beyond just cowardice and incompetence. It went into enablement, because a lot of parents and others were trying to get into that school to either just simply save their kids or confront the shooter themselves. And guess what? The police stopped them. They arrested them. They turned them away. That is some bullshit. You know? Some bullshit. And I'll tell you what else is bullshit. How none of those cops have really faced any disciplinary actions for what they did. I mean, hell, the Roman army, if they fought badly, the cohort would just be lined up, and every 10th man would be killed by his own comrades. This practice was known as decimation, and who knows? Maybe we brought that practice back, we wouldn't have any more Uvaldes, you know. But anyway, you see, police are not there to protect you; they're there to keep you in line. And that in this case, illustrates that beautifully in the most horrible way possible. And it's just, you know, they waited out there for 77 minutes. In total, 376 or 77, almost 400 cops showed up. They were from various agencies: the Uvalde Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, state troopers, Highway Patrol, Border Patrol, a whole bunch of different agencies showed up, and none of them did a fucking thing for almost an hour and 30 minutes. In total, it was an hour and about 11 minutes. Well, actually, it was a little more than that. Let me do the math here. 17 minutes. An hour and 17 minutes. They stayed outside. And while this sick little fuck killed them all, killed children, 19 children and 2 teachers, plus 19 more wounded, including the victim's grandmother. I mean, not the victim's, the perpetrator's grandmother. That guy wasn't a victim. But I'll tell you who was the victims: the children and the teachers, because the police were too cowardly, incompetent to do anything. Not only that, they enabled him. They were basically helping him, because they wouldn't let those parents go in. What a disgrace. You know, the law enforcement showing and performance at Pulse nightclub, Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, and Stoneman Douglas High School, yeah, it left a lot to be desired, among other places. They proved that they were pretty incompetent, but none of that even comes close to this. This is just takes it a level beyond, because they not only did nothing and just sat out there like little pussies, they enabled him. They enabled Salvatore Ramos to slaughter children at will. I have listened to the audio. I've heard several of those 911 calls. The police in this country have failed us time and time again with depressing consistency. Oh, sure, they love to go out and arrest people for, smoking marijuana or wanting to do other harmless activities like walk home drunk, or maybe just go a few miles over the speed limit. But when it comes time to protect and serve the innocent, they are not really doing that. But they are protecting this guy, Salvatore Ramos, while he slaughters children. And, people go, oh, he was just an 18-year-old kid. And I'm like, will you shut the fuck up with that? I don't care how old he was. He was a fucking monster. And, they let him do what he wanted. In fact, again, they helped him. They fucking helped him. They interfered with people who were trying to go in there and stop him. That, my friends, is enablement. And guess what? They all still have their jobs. No, none of the cops have really faced any discipline for what happened. None of them. And you know what? They probably won't. Because, it's just, they just let these police do whatever the fuck they want. They're not held accountable. I mean, look at all the shit they get away with. And because they're not accountable, they're not held to any standards. And that's the problem. No accountability. And with no accountability, you get no standards. It's just that simple. Because why should they have to work when the powers that be, with the police unions, the courts, the Congress, everything, the government as a whole, will do any and all in their power to protect you. And what's more is you'll still see thin blue line flags and people worshiping you like a hero. And so, without further ado, I got some advice for you. If you want to get a whole bunch of tacky cool gear, if you want to intimidate people and bully people, if you want to have laws that protect you for when people strike back because they're sick of your bullying, if you want to get paid big bucks to do absolutely nothing other than just terrorize and harass people, if you want to really not do your job and just look really cool and be worshipped as a hero, despite numerous failings on an unprecedented scale and on a depressing basis, regular basis, then become a law enforcement officer. You don't even have to really join the military. I mean, why do that when you got to train at least somewhat hard in the military? You don't have to train hard at all in law enforcement. So, anyway, that's enough for now. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all. Peace.